most nauseating, disgusting fan base in American history. All Cowboy fans make me sick. I don't like y'all. I can't stand y'all. I say that with love and affection because I'm just having fun here. But y'all get on my last damn nerves. Why, Dan? Because the Dallas Cowboys can go 1-15 for a season. The season can end on January 5th at 7 p.m. And by 7:15 p.m., this is them. You know we're going to win the Super Bowl next year, right? No, we're going to win the Super Bowl. This is who they are, okay? So when they lost to San Francisco last year, and all of those people were crying, and you had the sister, one lady, she was a sister, and she was just looking at them like, y'all ain't worth a damn. That look was on her face. I have personally invited all of those people. I had one dude there, he got busted with the wrong girl. He was supposed to be with some girl, and his girlfriend caught him on video with somebody else at the game, and she dumped him. I'm not telling this business. It was all over the news, okay? You got other dudes, grown man crying with a cowboy hat on. You had another woman crying her eyes out. I personally invited all of these people to tomorrow's show. They're my special guests. I want them to know they can just show up. I'll know exactly who they are if they just show up, okay? I want them all there. And let me tell you something. When I roll up in there tomorrow night in Frisco, Texas, right outside of Dallas, right at the practice facility, the Star, all I'm going to say is you don't want to miss my entrance tomorrow.
All right.
You don't want to miss it.
Well,
I got something special for those Cowboy fans out there tomorrow. I can't wait to see y'all sorry you-know-whats. I can't wait.
But with that as the backdrop, you obviously, as Stephen A. points out, will not want to miss First Take at the Star in Dallas tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. It's going to be Molly. It's going to be Stephen A. It's going to be Michael Irvin. Jerry Jones going to be on there?
Yes, he is.
Des Bryant going to be on there?
Yes, he is.
Oh, it's going to be
none
fantastic.
of them can help the Cowboy fans tomorrow. Michael Irvin can't help you. Jerry Jones can't help you. Des Bryant can't help you. Anybody, none of them can help you. They in trouble. They're in trouble.
First Take at the Star. You don't want to miss it. We come back on Get Up. Does Devontae Adams have a better chance to win the Super Bowl with Derek Carr than he did with Aaron Rodgers? Are the Raiders going to shock the NFL? Dak recently talked with Peter King about his expectations for this year and why he thinks it might be his best year yet.
Very, very optimistic. I think we're in a better position this year than we were last year. And I know what we have built here, the core, the leaders, and mixed with a great group of young guys who are hungry to make a name for themselves and getting this league running. I feel very, very confident about where we are and excited about where we are and just ready to keep building and get this thing rolling.
Back with our football crew, which today includes three-time Super Bowl champion James White from the New England Patriots, recently retired. Congratulations on that, by the way. Do you agree with what Dak had to say there?
Yes, I agree. I think they're in the right position, and I think they're in a win-now situation. I like what they have offensively and defensively. Obviously, it's a little bit different for his receiving core, but I think CeeDee Lamb will step up. He'll play a big role this year. Michael Gallup, when he gets healthy, he'll play his role again this year. Obviously, I think more of the onus is on Dak Prescott this year, and I think he's welcoming that challenge. I think this is the way you show that you're a top quarterback in the NFL, to go out there with, maybe not the most talented receiver core in the league, but you go out there and you control the offense. Put you guys in the right run looks, put you guys in the right pass looks, and control the game yourself. I think this will be a big year for him, and I think he'll show that he's elite.
Yeah, we talk about the great quarterbacks in the league. We talk about them overcoming issues, questions, deficiencies. You think Dak is that kind of player, and he'll show it this year?
I think he will. I think he's a great leader. He's a great player. He can use his legs. He can throw the ball all over the football field. I think this will be a big year for him. I think he'll prove his haters wrong this year.
Harry Douglas, what do you think?
I think Dak is a phenomenal quarterback, but I don't think his supporting cast is like it was last year. You got to remember that receiver core, you talk about a guy like Amari Cooper, Cedric Wilson, Michael Gallup is not there right now. That's over 1,900 yards and 16 touchdowns of last year that Dak Prescott threw to those guys. That's going to be a hole. We don't know what this offensive line is going to be. Are they going to be better than next year? Can they run block better? Can they pass block better? Can they be better as a unit and play in unison to give the Cowboys an opportunity? But I want to bring something up that it was in the light in the first preseason game. 17 penalties in the first one, 8 in the last one. That's 25 total in 2 preseason games, right? That's 12 and a half penalties a game. And the coach came out and said, it's not a big deal. It's preseason, second unit. Last time I checked, it was the first unit that was out there on the field last year, right? So it is an issue.
Yeah.
So you have all those 3 things with the Dallas Cowboys that they're going to have to overcome this year in a division where I think Philly has a better roster. I think Jalen Hurts is set up more so better for success this year than Dak Prescott. Not saying he's a better quarterback, but But when you look at what he has around him, I think he's set up more for success this season than Dak Prescott is.
Tim Hasselbeck, do you agree that Dak Prescott needs to take on more of the responsibility to overcome these roster issues and penalty issues and all that?
Truthfully, I don't think he needs to do more than what he's done. And what he's done is he's been great. Really, ever since he stepped into the league, he's been outstanding. He makes good decisions. He's good pre-snap and post-snap. Makes plays with his legs when he needs to. He's an outstanding passer. And he's been a tremendous leader for that organization, even when he was playing through contract situations. So I don't think Dak needs to all of a sudden do more, change what he's done. He's been great. And I think that, you know, to say that he hasn't been is probably unfair to him. And in terms of them being in a better situation than they were a year ago, just think about this. He's coming off a huge injury. He was shut down in training camp because his shoulder was bothering him. The defense was taking on a new defensive coordinator because the defense was horrible the prior year with Mike Nolan. And think about what happened to that football team. Like, they came on. They were better on defense. I think they'll be better, even better this year. And I think Dak will continue to do what he has done throughout his entire career. So I get the optimism in Dallas.
Kimberly Martin, what do you think about the Cowboys and Dak and the NFC East and this whole thing?
I get Dak's optimism as well. What do you expect him to say? Well, two of my receivers I had last year aren't here, and they gave one away for nothing. The two receivers that I do have, besides CeeDee Lamb, I don't know when they're going to take the field in James Washington and Michael Gallup. The head coach, we're always wondering, is he on the hot seat? He is on the hot seat. Is he going to get fired? Like, that was he is very good. But there are so many other questions. Like, the guys have all said it, Dan. Like, the Cowboys could have a great year, or we could list a whole bunch of reasons why, you know what, they might miss the playoffs. Like, I think that's the state of the team. But Dak is always positive, and he knows that he is that magic elixir. So he has every reason to be confident in himself.
Tim, final word.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think that for some reason, you know, we've been overcritical of Dak and what he's accomplished, and everyone's, you know, concerned about the pieces around him. Great quarterbacks make guys around him better. The reality is he had one offensive lineman last year start every game. You know, I think that Dak throughout his career has had to play through a bunch of static noise and adversity on his team, and they've put, you know, good players around him at times, and I think that he's helped elevate their play. I think this year is no different. I trust him more than any quarterback in the NFC East. That's why I think they win that division.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. There's